All right. The mock drafts are coming out already for 2027. Aren't we excited about 2027 mock drafts?
we're going to be talking about college quarterbacks from now until November.
And
there's one at the top of this list that we haven't talked about, by the way.
Bleacher Report released theirs. And do we have the top 5, or what is it here?
Well, these are the Browns 2 picks first.
Oh, they have the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
They did have the Rams winning the Super Bowl. They did this based on reverse Super Bowl odds, by the record. So, the
Browns would have the fourth
worst Super Bowl odds.
There's no way they're getting Dante Moore. Were the top 4 picks all quarterbacks?
3 of the 4 were quarterbacks. Jeremiah Smith was the one. And we have the graphic of 1 through 6 if you want to show real quick who they have. But they had Darian Mensah.
Do we have the top?
We do.
Who is Darian Mensah? I don't even know who he is.
Did I not just say he's a quarterback?
Yeah.
He is the quarterback at Miami this year. A transfer from Duke. So he was Duke's quarterback last year.
That was the number 1 pick, huh?
As the number 1 pick. They went in they have 4 guys who contributed to this mock draft. Darian Parsons, who does the Locked On NFL Draft Show, has been on our show a couple times, was the one that did the write-up on Darian Mensah, who said he's like, I'm staking my claim now. He's going to skyrocket up the draft boards. Okay. He's a guy most people think is a late first, early second round pick. Obviously, they're way higher on him.
Moore and Coleman are not.
Would you like his quote on Mensah? I have it up here. Do you want his quote on Mensah?
Sure.
Who is this?
Darian Mensah.
Oh. No. Who is the quote
from? Dame Parsons. He says, Mensah is a poised, accurate, and mentally tough passer who has elevated his game in each of his last 2 programs. Mensah isn't afraid of big moments and is a proven winner with lesser talent around him.
Yeah, he could be on a Cam Ward-like trajectory. He started at Tulane, got the giant NIL deal to go to Duke, led Duke to the ACC title game last year, got a gigantic NIL deal to go to Miami.
All right.
And just like Cam Ward could go from smaller program to Miami. But they had him 1, Arch Manning 3, and then Dante Moore 4.
It won't go that
going to the Browns.
I mean, whoever has the second pick
is going to trade.
You're going to trade. If you're not taking a quarterback, you're trading out of that.
As great as Jeremiah Smith is.
Also, Miami has Malik Willis. They're drafting a quarterback. If Miami's drafting second, they're taking a quarterback.
Probably.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
That you're right, because if they're drafting second, that means that he was probably bad. Yeah. So
and the same thing with the Browns. If the Browns are drafting number 4, they're taking a quarterback.
Well, we know that they have.
They're taking a quarterback. That means if they're 4th at the end of the draft, Deshaun didn't pan out, Shador didn't pan out, Dylan didn't pan out, Taylor didn't pan out, maybe a whole new coaching staff. And if that is the scenario that plays out,
no, they're not going to fire. If they fire Todd Monken after 1 year,
I don't believe they will. But
I'm just saying if.
It's just so embarrassing.
But if it plays out that way and they get the 4th pick, and Dante Moore is on the board with the 4th pick, we're doing backflips all the way from here to Berea.
We are now. Let's wait and see how that. To me, mock drafts are so. I mean, I get. Listen, right now, based on what we know, yes, we'd all be excited about it. But things change in a year.
Well, in a year, we can have a different conversation.
We're going off why mock drafts now are kind of
stupid. If this played out, would it be the ideal scenario for the Browns? Getting Dante Moore at the 4th pick feels like a pretty darn good scenario, considering some people consider him the number 1 player in college football, the number 1 draft prospect at the quarterback position. And, Will, you talked earlier about all the offensive weapons the Browns have, right?
Yeah.
All the talent they have at the skill positions. Dante Moore doesn't have a Josh Allen-like arm. But the one thing that Todd McShay and Jordan Reed and a lot of the draft experts talk about when it comes to Dante Moore, he's an incredibly quick processor, and he plays point guard as a quarterback. And if you have a bunch of weapons that you just need to get the ball to and let them go, it's not a dink and dunk style point guard, but it's a make sure everyone gets touches. I'm going to find the open guy. I'm not locking in on one target.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this name. I'm not comparing him to him stylistically.
Yeah.
But Tom Brady found the open guy every time, whether it was a 2-yard drag route or a 12-yard in route. That's how Dante Moore plays, or has played this far at his career in Oregon.
Yeah. Earl, clip that. Mike says he's Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Not saying he's the next Tom Brady. I'm just saying that
Would he
style
have
of
drafted
quarterback.
ahead of Fernando Mendoza?
I think he would have gone 2.
I think he would have won above him.
I'm not that excited. Then.
I think Mendoza would have been 1 and Moore would have been 2.
Do you guys think Mendoza is going to be a great pro? I don't.
I think he's solid. But I think Moore would have went 1. I do actually think Moore would have went 1. Because if you're drafting number 1, you're taking the guy with the higher upside. And Mendoza's floor may be higher than Dante Moore's. Moore's upside is definitely higher than Fernando Mendoza's.
Well, this won't be the last Dante Moore conversation. Jason, would you be happy if that ended up being their pick as of today?
Sure. Yeah.
Right? He's a quarterback. Most people that study this for a living think he's going to be really good.
Yeah.
He would meet all the requirements that you'd want in terms of did he start enough games, right? It's a big enough college sample size. Did he play at a power program? Did he have success? was able to play under multiple coordinators because Kentucky just hired Oregon's offensive coordinator to be their head coach. If he has success in this system, it'd be different systems. He has the makeup of a top quarterback prospect in terms of what you're looking for.
Let's see the season he has. Now.
But he has to play well. Now he has to perform.